Hello, Chris. This is Alyssa with Patriot Marketing. I had reached out to you earlier today and gotten a hold of you and promised this free custom video. Anyways, here it is. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I just really wanted to provide you some value and some tips and tricks on how to really just maximize the amount of traffic and business you would be getting online. And so with that, I'm going to go ahead and get started. First of all, I wanted to point out a couple of things I liked about your website. There's this click to call button here. There's the get free quotes and contact us. All of those are really great to have on a website. It helps you get in touch with potential clients sooner. And also when people click on this phone number, when someone's already taking the time out of their day to call you, they're more likely to convert over as a client. So these all help with conversions in general. Just those are really great to have on a website. But I did notice though, as I was scrolling through here, there wasn't really a whole lot of content, and content is anything that I can highlight, whether it be text or pictures. In this case, I'm talking about the text, as you have really great pictures that show before and afters. Those are really great to have. But they show how you guys do your work and how much you guys improve something. So that's really good to have. But like when I'm talking about the content, the reason why you want a lot of content is so that you can rank for a lot of different keywords. Keywords, for example, epoxy flooring, Los Angeles epoxy flooring. All of these have their own search volumes. This one has a 250 search volume per month. So 250 people are using this keyword each month, and all of these have their own individual search volumes per month for epoxy flooring Los Angeles, but all of them add up to a total of 2,000 search volume per month. That's a lot of volume to be had that you're not getting, because when people are searching these keywords, you don't have the content and keywords with it, within it to be found. And so when people are searching these, you're not coming up under their search. And it's really important to put yourself in a position to be found. People can't find you when they're searching these keywords. And in order to put yourself in a position to be found, you do need to have a website with a lot of content containing the keywords you want and need to be found for. I would even go as far as saving these images as keywords and then re-uploading them to your website, so then they count as content towards your website. It's a really sneaky way to put a keyword onto your website without it actually being inserted into your text. So that's something that you could definitely do. So the reason why it is so crucial for a website to have the content and keywords is because when Google crawls your website, they not only see that you have that content, but the keyword verbatim within your content, and it allows you to rank faster and more efficiently. Google believes that the more content you have and keywords, the more likely you are to be an expert in your field. And so at the end of the day, their whole goal is that whoever is searching on their platform gets the information they are looking for. So if somebody was looking for epoxy flooring, Los Angeles, California, they're going to rank the people higher in Google that they deem to be more of an expert in their field, also known as they have more content on their page. So even if the people with not as much content on their page are more experienced and have better work. And unfortunately, that's just the way Google works. So long story short, the more content you have on your website, the more likely you are to be found, because Google wants the people searching on their platform to find the information that they need quickly and efficiently. And so that concludes my first tip for you, which is having more content and keywords on your website. I'm going to move on to my second tip for you, and that would be to expand upon this Google Business Profile. It would really be maximizing the amount of traffic and business you would be getting online. And what I mean by that, when people search for any given keyword, there's a lot of ways in which they can convert over as a client. I'm going to go over to this tab here because it has the first thing that I'm going to go over, and I want you to see what it looks like. Not the field of work that you're in, but I just want you to see what these look like. So You have the local ads at the very, very tippy top. These capture the people who click on the very first thing that they see. They are also Google guaranteed up to a certain dollar amount. So, if something happens or goes wrong, the people who use the the local ads, they trust that Google will make it right monetarily. And also, as you can see, when I'm hovering my mouse over these local ads, there's a little number that drops down, and as I was saying with the click to call button before, when someone is already taking the time of day to call you, they are more likely to convert over as a client. So, the Google ads, which are located typically underneath the local ads, don't know why they're not showing up right now, but, you know, they're located under there, and because of their position, they put you in a position to be seen by a lot of different people. Also, they're a lot cheaper. However, they don't have as high of a conversion rate. Everything else that I'm going to go over on this is on this tab, so I'm going to switch back over to this one. You have the Google Map Pack here. People who search this way, they want to see a company that is local in the area. The people listed here, they can pull up to 40% of the traffic. So if we took a keyword with a search volume of 250, you're looking at 100 people going straight to your competitors right here. And that's a good chunk of that traffic just being gobbled up by these people. It's almost guaranteed to these people listed here that they'll get that traffic to their website. So with that said, you know, the rest of the 60% kind of filters down throughout this page, which is where ranking organically comes in. So the concept for that is pretty simple. The higher you're ranking in Google, the more traffic and business you're going to be getting from that. So these people up here are doing way better than the ones down here, and people rarely ever go to that second page of Google. So it's really important that when you're ranking organically, that you're ranking high enough in order to be seen on that first page so you actually get some of that traffic. And that's where my third and final tip comes in. In order to rank organically on Google, you do need to build up the strength of your website, and I have you plugged in to this tool called Ahrefs that shows where you're at in your online presence. In order to build that strength up on your website, you need to add backlinks and referring domains. And unfortunately, with backlinks, not all of them are created equal. I have this listed from highest quality backlink to lowest quality backlink. So the highest one, it looks like, is a 12 for you. And basically, if you had any zeros here, those wouldn't be doing anything for you. And I would suggest actually getting rid of them and replacing them with better quality backlinks. You actually don't have that many backlinks here. I would suggest getting more of these higher quality ones. You can actually get better quality ones in 12. There's ones in the 50s range I've seen before. So getting better quality backlinks would be something you could do. Referring domains, the best way to describe what a referring domain is say you provided some services for somebody and they decided to blog about the services you provided them, and there's a link from their blog to your website. That would count as a referring domain. And with referring domains, they can pack a lot of power, some more than others, as you can see here. The higher the number, the more power it has and the more trusted by Google it is. So looks like you only have 4 referring domains. You have an 87 here. But I would honestly add a lot more referring domains. You're going to need a bunch in order to actually start ranking higher in Google. You know, because the more power you have, the higher these numbers are going to be. And you generally want to have as high of a number as possible and at a 1-to-1 ratio with UR and DR. And generally with epoxy garage flooring and just contractors in general, we want to see them in the 20s, 30s, 40s range. You don't have any data to show for UR and you're at a 0 for DR. 7 backlinks, 4 referring domains, only ranking for 3 organic keywords and not getting any traffic to your website. I want to take a look at your keywords. You're only ranking for these 3. I would actually, that's probably due to the amount of content and keywords that you have. You don't have much content on your website. So, getting more of that content with more keywords than just these would be great. You don't want to just rank for your name either, because when people are searching, they're not looking for your company name because they don't know your company name yet. They're going to be looking for the services that you offer. So it's really important that you have service keywords that you're ranking for. Now, with that said, we're going to take a look at one of your competitors. I chose Epoxy Flooring Los Angeles. These guys right here because they're ranking number 1 organically. You can see this is what their website looks like. I honestly don't like it very much, but that's besides the point. What I really wanted you to see is where they're at in their online presence. So they have 222 backlinks. I can almost guarantee that not all of those are high quality. Their highest quality, though, for that is 17. So definitely reachable. And if we go further down, they just have a whole mess of them, it looks like, with that aren't very high quality. Yeah, as we go to this back page, it seems like their average is a 7. And so, and they have some zeros here. These aren't doing anything for them. They would be pretty easy to beat out backlink-wise. Referring domains, they have 56. So if we take a look at their referring domains, I did see some higher trust with Google on your referring domains, so you could definitely get a lot more of those. They do have a couple zeros in here. I didn't see any zeros on yours. If you just got more referring domains that were consistent with what you have already, you could definitely easily beat them out that way. However, so they're at a 27 UR 16. That's enough to put them, with those referring domains and backlinks, that's enough to put them at number 1 in Google for epoxy flooring in Los Angeles. So with yours, you know, you could definitely, if you beat them out with backlinks and referring domain wise, in which I have already said they're definitely reachable, you could easily steal their spot in that number 1 spot. So with that said, though, they are beating you when it comes to the keywords. They have 133 that they're ranking for. If we take a look at their keywords, you're going to want to add more of that content and keywords. They're ranking for Los Angeles epoxy flooring, garage floor finishing near me. That's a national keyword, so it's really important that you're not ranking for it nationally. You want it to be something that narrows it to your area, because if you have somebody from San Francisco searching and they come to your website, they're just gonna pass through. They're irrelevant traffic because they found you with a national keyword and they're not in your area. They're gonna pick someone in their area. So it's important that you have the service keywords that are specific to your area, and you know, a good variety of them too. Polished concrete, Los Angeles, all of these service keywords you could definitely use and totally beat them out with that. They are getting, it looks like they're getting 246 traffic, but as I was said, we saw a couple of national keywords in there, and they're probably getting some irrelevant traffic as well. But they're pretty easy to beat out. Without that content and keywords and without those backlinks and referring domains, you're really limiting yourself as to how much traffic you're getting to your website. I hope this has been helpful and informative. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to my husband or I. We would love to get in touch with whatever time works best for you and help you out in any way that we can. And so with that said, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and God bless.